If you're on the University of Oregon campus in the early morning hours, you could be surprised to find yourself in a sea of Army fatigues. These are cadets in the University of Oregon Army Reserve Officers Training Corps, otherwise known as ROTC. 3 times a week, they're on campus at 6:30 in the morning for their physical training class, or PT for short, taking part in drills, long runs, and other activities. This physical and mental strain can wear down anyone, including sophomore cadet Kiet Nguyen, but he always finds the ability to go.
I'm one of the few cadets that hasn't missed like a PT session this year. So I mean, it's hard work, but I mean, like when you have a roommate who's also an ROTC, you kind of just work on each other and get each other up.
During wartime, wearing a uniform to class may seem threatening for cadets, but senior cadet Andrew Alcacer says that the campus has been supportive overall.
I absolutely love personally walking across campus in my uniform and kind of sticking my chest out. And I mean, sometimes I kind of have a I dare you confront me about it attitude. But when it comes to the general mindset of most UO students, I've never once received any sort of disrespect from a student.
ROTC students at the university have the opportunity to train to become officers in the United States Army before they even reach graduation. Out of the 20,000 students who attend the U of O, less than 100 are cadets in the ROTC. After completing their ROTC training, they have the option to enlist in the Army Reserves, the Army National Guard, or become active members in the Army and automatically receive the title of Second Lieutenant. Major Joelle Goodwin, an instructor and co-advisor for the freshman cadets, believes that it is important to know that cadets are not just joining the Army, but are entering the military as officers.
There are 3 primary ways to enter in the Army as an officer. ROTC is the largest commissioning source of officers.
The ROTC program does not require students to sign an ROTC contract when they first arrive on campus. Freshmen and sophomores are able to take beginning courses to see if the program interests them. Captain Darren McMahon, the recruiting operations officer for the UO ROTC, wants people to be open about the ROTC basic courses.
Anybody on campus can participate in those classes with no obligation to continue with the ROTC program or serve in the military. You're basically learning all the basic military skills that a cadet needs to understand.
As a part of the ROTC, cadets learn about ethics, time management, and general military knowledge. But there's one lesson they have to learn on their own.
The underlying basis for everything we talk about is leadership. We're helping to build leaders to become officers in the Army, but also about leadership in everyday life.
Seniors are expected to guide the juniors so they can learn and execute.
When you're an MS4 senior, you are kind of the mentors and supervisors, and so it's our job to make sure that they get to where we are in terms of our domain knowledge and how much we know and how much we've experienced.
To complete their ROTC training, signed cadets must maintain a 2.0 grade point average and attend all military science classes and training sessions required. They must also attend events coordinated by the seniors in the program. Despite high expectations, cadets definitely have help from instructors, known as the cadre.
They get one-on-one academic counseling, each term. We have what's called a planned academic record, where we basically have the students map out their academics.
Cadre is great. They encourage you to do school first and all that stuff. But they've been a really good influence, keeping my head on straight.
The ROTC program at the U of O is Army-based, but Captain McMahon says students interested in other branches of the armed forces still have options.
Now, students can go up to Oregon State University and participate in their Air Force ROTC and still remain a student at the University of Oregon. So that's an opportunity. And also there's other Navy and Marine Corps officer producing programs that are not necessarily ROTC on campus, but are similar.
And after all the sweat and early mornings, signed ROTC cadets are able to harness their passion to make a difference as officers in the armed forces. Reporting for Oregon Extra, I'm Alexa Tiu.